Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Greg Conant. That's me. What side's the cord supposed to go on?
What's
Left side. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Are we live and direct?
Hey!
My mic's not on.
now
Mic
it
check.
is. There it
Mic
is.
check.
There it is.
Mic check. Hey. This is the Community Service Podcast, and I have my good buddy Josh Adam Meyers on. I fucking love him.
I love you too.
He's very, very, very funny, and he likes cats more than dogs.
That's such bullshit. And you know, listen, I don't dislike cats. I think cats are great if they're making you feel good as like a human being, if they're giving you the love that you need. But I just need a little bit more love, and dogs give me that. Dogs actually, you can do shit. Like I meet people because of my dog. Do you know what I mean?
I walk my cat.
You do not.
I met the producers to Netflix. The whole building.
It actually,
I met all of them.
It actually makes sense that you're out walking your cat with a voice like that. You're like, hey, this is Mr. Fluffles, and then this is my cat. I walk my cat.
What if whatever person I did meet, I spoke, and then just like, oh,
Like,
God,
okay.
I gotta get out of here. I got eggs in the
I'm
car.
being chased
I gotta,
by a goddamn person from Fraggle Rock.
yeah. Well, that's it. This
That's the
podcast
pod-
is over.
We're done. Thanks so much for tuning in. My socials at Josh Adam Myers, and
Passion.
and you can find him at at Crazy Muppet.
Rah, 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 rah. I had the stinkiest farts last night.
Why?
I ate Leo's Tacos al Pastor.
Oh man,
The best. Holy shit. I was farting at the Comedy Store in the hallways, and
everybody smelt it, right?
everybody, some dude started yelling because I was laughing. He's like, that was you? And he started fucking hooting and hollering, and it was right at the doorway, and I'm like, shh, because to the OR,
Yeah.
original, right in the, and I was like, whoever's on stage definitely heard that motherfucker yelling, going, God damn, bro, just fucking, bro, I was talking. First of all, I wasn't even talking. I was just bombarded with verbal words. I said hi, and they're like, you know, just.
Well, I don't understand. Like, so somebody.
I was a brand new open micer,
Okay.
and I didn't even initiate dialogue, and they just started talking and telling me their whole life story on how they got into stand-up, and I was like, I didn't say hi.
They're
you
just
know?
trying to. One, they're just trying to connect.
I know,
with
I know,
another
I know.
human being. So don't push it away. Bring
Bro.
that shit in, dude. You're a good person.
I know.
There's love in your heart.
Bro, I checked out after 0.7 seconds because I just said hi, and they're just like, I just started stand up, and which is fine.
That happens a lot, man.
I would have been helpful had they given me a nanosecond to reciprocate conversation.
Yeah.
No, but this was like, I was almost like, are you on cocaine right now? Because you were talking to a wall, and then she wouldn't stop talking, and then I just farted. And it smelled.
Did that clear her out?
Wait, it smelled so rancid, and then I just started giggling and laughing like this because I knew it was gonna hit her. I knew it was gonna hit her face, the fart. And then she goes, "Are you laughing at me? Like what I'm saying?" I go, "No, I farted." And then she went, "Oh!" and it hit her. It was the most perfect, poetic, comedic timing ever. It was like I said, "No, I farted," and then she went, "Oh!" Like you saw it hit her face. This, and then she walks away. It did clear the conversation, and I was like, "That was the best game
That's
over."
the best way to get out of there. That's the best. My somebody's calling me. You know what I mean? Just like, oh yeah, my phone's. I gotta go. It's funny you talk about cats and fart smells. So I did a play with my sister in high school, and it was Arsenic and Old Lace, and they needed a cat.
Yeah.
So my sister was like, well, let's use ours. We'll use Cuddles, and we could bring her onto set, and we'll keep her in like a little crate when we're not using her. And my sister, who is a doctor and has 3 kids and has a great life, they're one of the sweetest people you ever meet, has the worst smelling farts ever.
Your sister?
And one time backstage, she farted so bad.
Yeah.
And everybody, all the other actors, all the other thespians were like, oh my God, like, what the fuck is that smell? And my sister blamed it on the cat. And nobody would touch the cat after that. They were all, Cuddles got blamed for the worst fart in the history of farts.
My sister, when she eats radishes, her burps smell like farts. I swear on my life. I'm not saying that to be funny. She'll burp. And we'll be like, who farted? And it would be my sister's burp. But I didn't finish. I forgot when. So that I cleared the conversation with the open mic girl.
So mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Accidental. Perfect timing. The funniest shit ever. And
Do you have any tips for what I should do?
and immediately to follow. This is Comedy Store Hallway. So, you know, the ebb and flow of comics. Nathan Hurd, one of my favorites.
He's the
He
best.
walks out. I love that
The
fool.
albino rhino.
The albino rhino, baby. And he hugged me. And then I just started laughing again.
Did it squeeze another fart
I never
out of you?
stopped. No, I never stopped because it was the fart, the girl, and then Nate. This is all in 2 seconds. And then I'm just giggling, shit-eating grin ear to ear. And he's like, what you? And then he's like, oh, dog, oh. And it just hit that fool. And then I was clearing out the patio. That's how I was outside. I was cleaning out.
Did people know it was you?
Yeah. I was laughing.
Were people avoiding you?
I'm still a little bit of an asshole. I was walking back and forth.
Oh,
just
you're crop
ripping it.
dusting. Yeah. I did that at a Van Gogh exhibit at the Smithsonian. Me and my sister and my family went to go see. I mean, they took all the Van Goghs out of the one in Amsterdam, the museum in Amsterdam, and put it at the Smithsonian. And we went out to dinner or like lunch
seen
prior
Van Gogh.
to it. Say what?
I've seen Van Gogh.
You seen Van Gogh?
On Hash.
In
Amsterdam.
Well, that's where you're supposed to. But this is in D.C. And so we went out to El Mexicano before, which is our favorite Mexican restaurant. And I'm talking,
man.
I'd be looking at the photo, the painting, and I'd just be like, and my sister would be like, oh my God, that's disgusting. I'd be like, yo, let's go to the other photo now. And you just see people like walk up to the photo, Craig, and just be like, this is so beautiful. Oh, this is really getting me. This is touching me. Oh God, it's hard to look at.
What if somebody just kept following your farts and was like,
They
man,
did.
fuck Van Gogh.
They're like, God,
And
this
they
is-
they started
what
out
did he
with a
paint
love
using
for him.
diarrhea. Good God.
Boy, Van Gogh's stinky.
I want to talk about one of my favorite. I have two horrific memories that involve farting. The first one was in middle school. They used to drop us off early before class, and we'd all have to go to the gym. And like, so all the kids in the school would go to the gym. We'd sit in the bleachers. Some kids would play basketball. But I remember I was surrounded by a group of people, and I wore sweatpants that day, and I farted. And Ricky Gilbert, who's sitting next to me, and he was kind of like, he wasn't a bully at all, but he was just kind of like that loud, gregarious person. And he just goes, oh shit, somebody shit the pants. And he goes, it was Josh. He's wearing the sweatpants. He shit his pants. And I'm sitting there, and there's hundreds of people surrounding me in the bleachers. Like literally everybody's scattered, and it was just me sitting there with a huge empty space. I mean, like at least 5 to 10 feet
Did you
in
shit
every
your
direction.
pants?
No. But it just stuck with me, and then I forgot about it. But then my therapist helped me bring it out of me. That's not true, but this is true. I did fart. This is when I was coming off of opiates, and it was the first year I'd moved to Los Angeles. My friend got married in San Antonio, but we flew in and out of Austin, and we're in Austin. And a bunch of my friends just dropped me off. You know, so we get to the like the little like roundabout that you drop people off at the airport. And my friend Jason Moyer gets out of the car, and Jason's like a big dude, like 6'4", and he gives me this hug and squeezes too tight, and I shit my pants.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like God, because you
squeezed
know
the shit out
well
of you.
because you know like when you're
That's
coming
a
off
first.
but you know
Oh,
when
I
you're
know.
coming off
You
opiates, your
squirt.
stool is like loosey goosey.
That's my word.
You use loosey goosey
All the time. Loosey
We're basically
goosey,
the
bro.
same person, dude. I speak in like
Muppet?
Oogle, like I speak in Wonka language. You know what I mean?
Waka
It's
waka
all
waka.
like doogly spoogly and shit like that.
That is the best movie ever made.
Willy Wonka.
If you wanna view paradise,
Simply look around and view it. You could never do
you know the rest of the words.
do
Oh
it.
yeah, you're a music man.
But you're
There's
singing it right now.
Not
Anything
to
you want.
Do, 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 do. Mr. Cat is enjoying this. Hey,
Yeah.
I feel like we've been talking about farts for a long time.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And you're absolutely right. So let's continue. I had this one time, maybe about 12 years ago, I had probably one of the stinkiest farts I've ever had in my life.
Why?
I don't know. I think my insides are rotten.
You got rotten sides?
Yeah, and we were at a play, and it was a women of Juarez play. It was a very emotional, dramatic
Dramatic.
play.
It was very dramatic. Even the way you said dramatic was dramatic.
It was a drama. It was a drama to play. And then I farted, and my sister's friend, Vero, she's very pretty, and she was walking by. And I was like, no. She, like to sit, but like to say hi. Her mom used to babysit me, and I've known her my whole life. And I'm like, no. Like, you stay there. You stay there. Like, don't come over here. Don't come over here. And she went. And I was like, I'm sorry. And it just hit her. The smell hit her face.
My mom is an extremely loud farter.
My mom quacks out of her ass. It sounds like a rubber ducky.
Because my mom, they're loud as fuck, like loud and airy, but there's no smell whatsoever.
Oh, my mom stink.
No
My
smell.
favorite joke of mine is about my mom farting in her girdles and how the fart rolls up her back. And it's like a motion. Like when she farts, it's like that. And then you hear it pop out the top. It's because that joke is funny to me because I swear on my life, that's how my mom farts. She quacks out of her ass. It rolls up her back and pops out her girdle. And that's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
That's amazing.
You know what's funny is like I fart sometimes now, and the smell reminds me of my dad. Like I fart, and it's almost the same scent as my dad's farts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It smells like Burger King chicken tenders. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
chicken fries, chicken tenders.
What's up with dads and Burger King? Go to Whole Foods, Dad. Get your shit together.
What's your problem?
Arby's has coupons in the paper. I get a roast beef and cheddar for $1.99.
Did you eat a lot of? Did your family get you a lot of fast food when you were growing up?
Yeah, we were top ramen and Kool-Aid, fast food. It was gross. But we ate
I
at
didn't know
home
I was
a lot.
talking to Oliver Twist here. Jesus Christ.
What did I do?
Well, you're just like, we had bologna on Thanksgiving.
Who's Oliver Twist?
Jesus Christ.
It's a good book. Is that kid that tap dances?
It's a play you should go to.
Billy Elliot.
It's a play you should go to, but first
that
eat
the right
El
name?
Pastor from Juarez or whatever the fuck that place is.
Fucking fart. I never cried so hard at that play in all my life. I was crying. Oh, brutal.
Are you an emotional person?
Yes. Close to me. Why do birds suddenly appear?
Craig
Ooh-wee.
is queer.
Who the fuck? You're not allowed to say that word. Homo. Who's Billy Elliot?
He was an Irish guy that his family.
Quack and attack. Quack and attack.
He was
quack
he was the Irish Gregory Hines.
Gregory
You don't know.
Peck
I
was
don't
a
know
great.
why. I don't know why I'm
hey.
giving any references to anything.
Gregory
that you have
Hines.
to. He's like, hi, Gregory
know.
Hines. Is that the
Hey.
Heinz ketchup
Hey.
guy? He's probably the guy that makes
Gregory-
Heinz ketchup.
Gregory Hines
I like-
sounds.
and then you go,
Will you
I like
shut up?
ketchup.
I'm trying to get in on your riff. Hey,
Jump in.
Gregory Hines seems like a guy that has a lot of skin tags on his back. Am I right,
You know what?
people?
I
Am
actually,
I right?
I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Yeah,
He's
I
got-
knew it. I fucking
he's got
knew it.
like- he's got
that
like-
Gregory Peck, huh? Damn that Atticus Finch.
Oh wow, it's
Ooh.
that was a good ref.
Oh, Boo Radley, Big Mama Boo Radley. Hey,
Yeah.
damn, I lost it. That was a gem a moment ago. It fucking flew away. So. You're a silly goose.
You're
huh?
you're a doogly spoogly.
Doogly spoogly. Hey, welcome to the Doogly Spoogly podcast. On my left is Moogly Doogly.
Dougal, in my world, Dougal is good, Spoogle is bad. Dougal's good. You're a
What
Dougal.
kind of world do you live in? Those both
I
are
told
good
you I
things.
speak Wonka language,
Waka,
bro.
waka. I want to make up a word. Let's see.
Hit me. What do you got?
Garsh rude.
Garsh is
I thought that was gonna be better.
Garsh LaRude.
I'm not gonna lie.
Here's a good one. I'll make one up. Kaduki.
That's not that
Yes, it
exists.
is.
That exists.
Kadookie.
That- I already know what that is.
Kadookie.
That's when the big turd goes Kadookie
Not ga.
and splashes.
Kadookie. Kaduki.
Kadookie.
Or and you could do the feminine version of that, which is kashpluki.
Fatuki. Kashpluki.
Do you ask me anything on this podcast, or do we just riff on bullshit? Because I'm fine with whatever.
There's a theme.
I have something to promote, Craig.
Oh, your podcast.
Nah, I was gonna. Okay.
Spotify.
Yeah, actually. Well, this is so early into the podcast. We usually
This
do that at the
podcast
end.
is over.
Jesus Christ. He's like,
No.
Can you come on Tuesday? I can't do Tuesday. How about Wednesday? I can come on Wednesday. 11 a.m. Perfect. I can do noon. You want some CBD?
I got CBD.
I got a 40 to 1 and 120 to 1. You got anything lower? No. Wait. I do. I found it. It's a 4 to 1. Do you want it? I farted awful.
I farted on it. It's a butane. That was good.
Have
in
you
person.
always talked like this? Have you always like...
The drugs over the years have influenced my vocabulary.
So what drugs have you done? Let's find out.
All of them.
Okay, you've done peyote.
No.
Well, then you haven't done all of them.
Okay,
That's
all
like
right,
saying I
okay.
hate everything. I listen to all music but country or some shit. So you listen to African Nairobi Kaduki music? You listen to Kaduki?
I do.
You listen to Kaduki. So what have you... What?
Most. Okay.
Let's do this. What haven't
Weed.
you done?
I have not done crack.
How can you say you've done everything and you didn't do crack? Crack's like... it's like a top drug.
I smoke coke.
It's not crack, though. I never smoked crack either.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because nobody ever... I do coke all the time, but nobody ever did crack in front of me. And if somebody would have done crack...
I would have done it.
And made it look... Just been like, hey, I'm going to hit this crack. Actually, literally, all they would have to go is, you want to hit this?
They wouldn't even need to ask. They go,
Not even that.
huh?
Just, huh? Just point.
Yeah, that's literally the same. That's all that was needed.
They go,
To
Kaduki?
happen.
You want a Kaduki,
I
a
do.
crack? You want a little kashpluki? I'll get a little Kaduki shpluki into this crack. So I never did crack. What else have you did heroin, right?
Just smoked it.
I snorted it. In DC at the DC
That
Improv.
too. Forgot about that. Yeah, but it feels good.
It's great.
I tell people this. They ask you what the high's like, and your house can be on fire, and you're sitting in the middle of it. And if you're high off of it, you'll just be like, "Oh, it's nice and warm in here."
It's like getting into a bath and then taking that bath water with you everywhere you go. That's the best way to sum up heroin.
while coming.
Well, I never. You know what's funny? It's like I didn't.
pretty good.
I never smoked it, so I don't know what that kind of like interpretation what my body would have taken with that. When I snorted it, I just felt. I felt like I was on oxys, but it was just a little too intense, and so then I threw up, and then we went and got chili dogs at
Yeah,
Ben's Chili Bowl.
I've thrown up a bunch from that shit. You get dope sick. You throw up.
Yeah.
Just getting darkness.
A very special
Darkness
episode
is
of Craig
darkness.
Cotton.
Don't do drugs. Seek help.
It's like at the end he's gonna go,
Guys, I know I talk about drugs sometimes, but don't do them.
well, now you know what's a great idea for a podcast? I mean, not everybody's gonna want to do it, but it's where you and another comic smoke crack,
No.
and then you just.
That's a terrible idea. That's the worst.
I think it's a great idea.
It'd get a lot of views.
It would get a
I'd
lot.
watch it.
It would only
I'd
last.
watch
It would
it.
only last one episode.
Then their teeth would be gone.
No, no,
the
it would just be
equipment
too-
would be sold.
It would, yeah, it would just, it would
What happened to the camera?
We're
There's
trying to afford episode 2.
there's no cord to this microphone. How it works.
You're
Just
just talking to this used cereal box.
the fucking corner block podcast. Hey, no, there is a purpose to this podcast, and
It
you'd
may.
be just the right candidate for it. Candidate for it.
The right.
Right, Oliver Twist coming at ya. Whack it attack, whack it attack.
I just think this, I think the only people that listen to your podcast are like schizophrenics. They're just like,
No.
yeah.
I have a
'Cause
very high intelligent
I know, but it's
podcast
just,
base.
It's a high. Everybody's in Mensa.
Everybody's
Wait, did I say
in
Mensa? I meant
NASA.
they're in
It's
the men's
NASA.
room.
NASA. Mensa.
Mensa.
Mensa means stupid in Spanish.
Actually, you know what's funny? It's actually the name
Mensa.
of this group of
Aye,
extremely
Mensa.
smart people. Mensa.
With the Z, though, huh?
No, with an S.
Well,
I
then
think it's Mensa. I think.
that's Spanish.
Chris, am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Cat, am I right? Kadookie.
Did you hear him? He said that.
You should change the cat's name to Gush
His name is Cat. I just call him Cat and Babe.
I do that too. I go,
Hey,
Doug.
Hey, Doug.
All right,
Wait,
so what's the
The
purpose?
point of community service podcast is, have you gone through some shit and came out better on the other end? Arrested, knocked out, choked, whatever. You know, yeah, I know you got some shit. You don't got to talk about nothing you don't want to talk about. Anything to make you, like, you know, to get you sober or make you a better person, arrest, you know what to fuck them. Enlightenment, transition,
So-
evolution.
So we can't do all drugs, but let's specifically talk about drinking because I haven't drank in it'll be 5.5 years since I've had the last drink, but since I've drank regularly, it's been about 13 years. Thank you, buddy. I mean, I did heroin in between that time, so I always feel like I have to
take
say
that
that.
high five back.
Like it's like take it back. So, so I just never learned how to drink. You know, I was a raid my parents' liquor cabinet kind of guy. My parents had a very stocked liquor cabinet, and me and my buddy Greg started drinking at a young age, where we would like pour out a shot. You know, pour out like X amount of rum, and then we'd put water back in there.
Yeah, they'll never notice. Bullshit.
My mom actually, funny you bring that up. My mom, for the holidays, tried to make rum cake. And she goes, this rum tastes like water. And then she was like, oh my God, Joshua. She's like, this bottle's half water. And I was like, yep.
Sorry about that.
And I think, so that started it. And then it became like, it was always like drink just to get drunk. It was never drink for taste or anything. And then
Finally, somebody that gets it.
it's just when you're young, it's like you don't want to, the taste
Oh,
of
dude,
like
I drink
tequila
a
is.
box of Franzia
Yeah.
White Zinfandel.
I once got drunk off a bottle of Manischewitz. Like, that was all I had in my apartment.
That was literally the worst hangover I've ever had. Was a box of Franzia wine.
My mom's
In high school.
My mom's a big Franzia person.
Oh, gross.
But I started getting DUIs like at a very young age. I got my first one at 19. I got my second one at 22, and I got my third one at 26. And the first one, the charges got
That's a
dropped.
lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of DUIs.
First one, charges got dropped because the cop felt bad for me because I almost killed me and my friend. It was actually a bad accident, but we both walked out of it. The only funny thing about that car accident, because I was speeding down these 2-lane roads in Damascus, which is like, I was going from Baltimore to
Damascus,
the DC area.
Africa.
So I was coming down.
There's the Damascus in
There is. There's a
one in
Damascus,
DC too?
Africa. You really think that I was in Africa? So I was in the bush.
This cat had some pretty good moonshine.
So
Anyways,
I was driving and I was going like probably 100 miles an hour down this very curvy road,
That's
and the
not
road.
very safe,
and
sir.
I was listening to Metallica,
Ride the Lightning.
Master of Puppets.
Good
and,
album.
And then I skidded off the road and we hit a pole on the side. And as we were both trying to get out of the car, which we could, the radio wouldn't come off. So it was literally just playing the Metallica, like, Master! And we're like, Master of Puppets, come on. Shit's like, fuck, are you okay? Master! And like literally as they're arresting me, it's on like track 6 at this point, and it's just blaring. But the cop felt bad because I cried in the car, and I just wrecked a brand new car. And so nothing really happened. I went to court and the charges got dismissed, but it went on my MVA record, which is like the Maryland DMV. And then 3 years later, I got the second one, or 2 years later, I got the second one leaving a friend's house, and I wasn't that drunk. Like I was like .08 when I got pulled over, and the only reason I got pulled over was because my taillight was out. And from that, I got probation, nothing serious. But on the third one, I was like, I graduated college, I had a good job, and I was just drinking every night and doing coke nonstop. And I was living at my parents' house because I was
Is this
trying
still all in D.C.?
This is in the D.C. area, yeah, in Germantown.
Do they
Maryland.
carry over to California?
I don't know. I don't think that anything's on my record, to be honest, because, and I say this, and I hope I'm not jinxing myself, but anytime I try to get into Canada for Just for Laughs, I always get scared. I remember the first time I was trying to get into Canada, and when I got New Faces, and I was like, I had passport issues, so my mom had to come with me. Because the plan was we fly in Vermont and then we drive through, we rent a car and we drive up to Canada. And I have my mom and I'll have a birth certificate and I'll have my ID. But then I got my passport, but it was only a temporary passport for the trip. And when we got to Canada, you know, the guy looks at my passport, sees my paperwork, and he's like, "Can you pull over?" And so we had to pull over and wait like an hour. And in my head, I was like, "It's the DUIs. Like that's 100% what it is. The DUIs are going to keep me out." And then the guy comes back and he's got my passport and the paperwork, and he goes, "So, Mr. Meyers, I just have a question for you. Are you performing indoors or outdoors?" And I'm like, "Indoors?" And he goes, "Okay, have a wonderful trip." And that was it. And the subsequent, I guess 5 other times I've been there, every time I fly in, there's like, when you get up to the border, it's just like, I get so nervous. But I think that it's all expunged. I think it's all gone because the first one doesn't count because that was dropped. The second one was a probation, and then the third one was probation. So it's. I just don't think it's there. And also, at a certain point, it's over the time limit. Like I haven't had a DUI since 2006, so 13 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the time limit?
I think it's 10. Everything seems to stay on your record for about 10 years, 7 to 10 years. I think 10 years, unless you like, I'm just talking like, it could be like your driving record clears after X amount of time, your credit record, clears after X amount of time.
Hey guys, if you don't pay your bills, they just call you a lot.
And you don't have to answer.
Just saying. Not that I've done it before.
But on the third
Oh,
DUI,
I've done it.
The third DUI, I was leaving my work, and I was like, we worked in the district, and I was driving home, and I was so wasted. And as I pull into Germantown off the highway, a cop gets behind me and starts following me. So I went to a gas station to buy cigarettes, thinking that would like get her off my back. And I pull over, get cigarettes, and I get back in the car. And as I'm driving into my parents' neighborhood, the cop shows up right behind me again. And it's December. And that's important to the story because I'm just like, I'm just going to drive home, get out of my car, and go inside. And just, if she knocks on the door, I'll just be like, "Oh, where'd you come from?" And I go through my neighborhood, pull up in front of my parents' house, get out of the car, and walk towards the front door. And right when I get a hold of the front door, the woman's arm comes behind my neck and just throws me down. I'm just like, "Gah!" And she's like, "Why were you running from me? Why were you running from me?" And I look at her, I'm like, "Where'd you come from?" And she's like, "I've been following you for the last 5 minutes." And I was like, "What? Oh, those lights? Oh, I thought those were the Christmas lights." And she was like, "You're fucking retarded." And literally just said to me, she goes here, and she pulls me down to the thing, and she's gonna do the drug and out, or the alcohol test, whatever it's called, sobriety test. And I just look at her and I go, "I'm drunk. Just take me in," because we're in front of my parents' house. Like, the last thing I would want is my mom to wake up or my dad to wake up and see me out front, like fucking doing the finger on the nose test. I mean, knowing that they knew I already had 2 DUIs prior. I mean, that would like the little bit of.
They just took you in, and did your parents find out?
Not until right before. So that was December 8th, 2016.
So this all made you quit alcohol?
That was it, because that was the moment where I was like, if I keep drinking, I'm gonna keep getting arrested for stupid shit. Like, dude, I'd gotten arrested for shoplifting. I'd gotten arrested. I've been put in handcuffs because of alcohol numerous times.
Yeah, I've been put in handcuffs because of alcohol at least, I don't even know, 6, 7, 8
Yeah.
times. It's like,
Because alcohol is like, it's not like if I did, dude, if I smoked weed or took painkillers or whatever the other drugs that I liked, it's just like I could be fine and a normal person and function. But fucking
the hooch.
The hooch-
Nobody's smoked weed and said, I want to hit the pookie after this, you know?
which one's Pookie?
Speed, tweak,
Oh, Pookie.
pookie.
Did you do speed too? Did you do meth?
No. A little bit, yeah.
You a big meth guy?
No. So that made you quit the hooch?
That made me quit. That was the last time I drank regularly. And from that, it's just like I lost weight. I started looking better because I was drinking so much. And then it was like my life started falling more into order. Unfortunately, though, it also led me into a painkiller addiction.
Whoa.
Because that was like, because I was like, well, I'm not going to drink and do coke, so Vicodin it is, because that's a healthy alternative. And then that
Fucking-
started my painkiller addiction. Like shortly after I quit drinking.
I was in love with painkillers.
What was your favorite one?
Fucking Norco's Oxycontin, bro. Come on.
Norcos are different than Oxycontin.
I know, but that world, Vicodin, Norco's, Oxycontin.
Perk 30s.
I didn't like
Perk
perks.
30s.
I didn't like perks.
Perk 30s.
You did
The
them a
little
long
blue-
time ago when they had 80s. Remember the 80s?
No, those are totally different than Perk 30s.
I know,
Perk
I
30s
know.
are the little blue pills.
But I'm just saying they don't make 80s anymore.
A215. If your pill, you always know it's a Perk 30. It should say A215 on it. It's a Philly pill. I always used to say it's from Philly. 215.
Yeah, I don't know. I only liked the 3 that I said. But they came in different colors, those greens, those blues, those yellows. And you're like, oh, and it was just kind of fun, you know? You got the blues.
Yeah, I used to say that. I used to
Green?
call it this drug dealer in downtown LA. Not drug dealer. He was kind of like a homeless guy, and he would be my liaison to get me painkillers. So I would text or call him. He's a 7-year-old black guy. I'd be like, Larry, I was like, yo, I'm coming down. Can you grab me about like 10 blues? He'd be like, I got yellows right now. I don't got no blues, but
Yellow
I'll keep
jackets.
I'll keep looking for him. And then I just break him off $20 when he'd find him for him. Found him every time. He was the best. I hope he's okay.
I used to go to fucking Compton, the projects to score. And looking back on that, I was like, that might have been dangerous. But nothing ever happened.
Never got mugged?
No.
I got mugged in downtown LA.
Never got mugged. Thank God.
You know what I love about you in this podcast? You don't. Somebody says something and then you don't ask any questions about it.
What do you want from me, man?
Host.
You host.
I am. I've been interviewing you.
Good. That's the way it's supposed to be.
That's it.
That's the way the good Lord intended.
I got a banana peel cat toy.
It's got catnip in it. No wonder he's cracked out. That catnip makes him crazy, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I should probably take it away from him at night.
Usually they sleep after they go crazy. For a
Yeah,
little
dude. The
while.
catnips. You gotta give him the catnip, man. Catnip is
Well,
like.
it's just down there.
Isn't
He
that
could have
dope?
it.
Isn't that dope that there is catnip for cats? Like that there is something that gets them high. Like we have no idea what cats actually see. Their eyes could get all like
He gets bugged
and
out.
just like it could be like mescaline for them. And we're just giving it to them like, here you go, here's some catnip. You know, I mean, your cat could be like addicted to it.
He is.
Yeah, dude, it's
He
fucking.
He pounces
let
on
me
your
get-
feet in your sleep. Hey, I didn't know that. You
Let me
know?
get 80 milligrams of nip.
Give me that nip.
Let me get that
Let
nip.
me get
nip.
a kilo of nip. It's going to be a long
It's
weekend.
gonna be a long party weekend. It's me.
How much you want?
Me,
Kilo.
Chewbacca, Mr. Fluffles, Peanut Butter Cup,
Dude,
and,
that's my-
Doogly Spoogly.
That's my favorite Richard Pryor bit when he's talking about freebase. And then he said even his drug dealers wanted him to quit because he was such a crackhead. And then he's like, let me just get a little coke for the weekend then. And they go, how much you want? He goes, kilo. It's gonna be a long weekend. But yeah, so these cats, for those of you that never have owned a cat, and you're going to get a cat, just be aware that they pounce on your feet when you're sleeping and you twitch them together like little crickets.
Yeah, because they think you're playing.
Yeah.
Because it's under the covers and they see your foot
So
move.
you'll be sound asleep and you'll just wake up to, this fucker bites my toes in my sleep. I haven't been getting as much sleep
Why not?
because of the cat attacking me in the middle of my sleep.
Well, then maybe you should
Put a
build
fence around me?
No, well,
He's a
that could
cat.
work. Build the wall, the wall around your bed, or just like get your cat to sleep with you. Like really
He's
get
been
him
sleeping
get
next
him in
to
the
my
cut
face.
right
It's
here. You
so
know what I mean?
Cute. Oh my god, he slept right next to my head.
Cats
like
are
that.
good to sleep with. Cats are really
Yeah.
they're unless
Yeah.
they go after your feet, but like they're really fun.
He
They're
doesn't always.
loving.
It's only happened a handful of times. But what is up also with cats? They'll sleep next to your face, but they'll put their asshole next to your eye and not their face. It's like, I want your cute little face. I don't want your dirty cat asshole in my face, sir.
Yeah, cats. But cats are pretty clean, man.
Yeah,
I mean, look at it. Is that a girl or a boy?
It's a boy.
He's grooming himself right now. You know?
Yeah. Speaking
Cats are
of,
very, very clean.
of cat's asshole, he's going to town on his
How much
right now.
money? How much money for you to lick your cat's asshole? I'm not saying I'm gonna
No,
give it
I
to
wouldn't-
you.
I mean $1 million.
$1 million bucks.
Yeah, I'll lick my cat's asshole for $1 million. I don't want to get rabies.
I think that's a little too much. That's like a little.
All right, like 800.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, if like you pay my rent this month.
No, like
All right,
okay.
I'll take it for a case
That
of
would-
LaCroix.
That would have to positively affect my life for at least 6 months for the trauma. So, yeah, like 500. No, I'm just kidding. Like 5 G's. I'll say 5 G's for my final answer.
I was gonna say about
That's
5 G's.
5 G's.
All right, I'll give you a G.
Show me the money. This cat's about to get tossed up.
Num num num. You gotta go. You gotta go. Num 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 num.
Malmick, please still live for dum 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 dum. Chocolate.
And that was the moment Craig realized he enjoyed the taste of cat ass. And then the podcast
He
became
quit comedy and moved to the
quit-
cat ranch in Reno, Nevada.
Also, he got high off of the cat's ass.
You guys know you get high off cat's ass? It doesn't count for a relapse. Just lick a cat's ass. Meow mix, please spell liver.
Do you edit out these silences?
No.
You leave them in.
Leave it in.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Leave it in, baby.
You play by no rules. It's
Yeah.
just fucking.
What are you gonna do? Sometimes I'm on fire, sometimes I'm not. They know what they're getting. They know. How long we been doing this?
Like 36 minutes.
Oh man, we got a while. We got a while.
This is a 4-hour podcast. I go longer than Rogan. Except we don't talk about anything.
No, we have
They
to.
talk.
They talk.
They talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
stuff.
Let's go back.
we
Sit in silence.
we talk about my cat.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What do you
That's
got? You
the
got a
sound of
question?
silence. Yeah. I forgot.
got?
You said you got mugged maybe about 8 minutes ago.
So
By
this is
gunpoint or knife point?
this one was by it's literally just like we're here.
No gun?
Not one that I saw. So after I was addicted to oxys.
Sucker.
I know.
Sucker.
I was addicted to oxys, and I went and I tried to get sober for a few days, and I realized that I just couldn't. I wasn't ready to get sober, so I called this girl that I had met outside of the downtown comedy club, which was the comedy club. Did you ever go there? It was on Fifth and
I did
in
it
between
one
Spring
time
and
and I bombed.
so that
Garrett
was
Morris's club.
so that was like
The
my
great
spot.
Garrett
Yeah,
Morris.
he's the best. I owe them a lot of my career because they gave me stage time every Friday and Saturday for the first like 2 years of comedy. Well, really it started on my second year, but from 2 to 4 I was just there all the time.
but I was jonesing, so I had that girl's number who I had met in front of the downtown comedy club, and I texted her and I was like, hey, can you help me find Oxys? And she goes, hold on. And then like 20 minutes later, she's like, here, call this guy. And then I called the guy and he was like, hello. And I was like, hey man, yeah, I just got your number from whatever the girl's name is. She said you got some 80s. And he's like, yeah, I do. He goes, how many you want? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe like 10. And he goes, man, I only deal in weight. He goes, if you don't have, it's like, I don't do less than $700 worth. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not doing that. And I hung up, but then realized, one, I had the money, and two, I was probably going to take that many eventually. So if he gives me a good deal, maybe I can make it work.
That's so crazy how drug addicts were at $700 on drugs, and you're just like, it's the cost of living.
Yeah.
That's,
100%.
That's groceries. The amount of money I blew on drugs. And you were even worse. Loser. Just kidding. I'm sorry. It's just a money thing. It's an access to money. I was so happy and sad, but my financial resources would never allow me to go to that level.
Yeah.
So I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And I was just broke. But if I was rich, oh my God, that's why all the rich kids die in high school.
Well, I wasn't
They
rich.
just keep buying it.
I wasn't rich. I had gotten into a bad car accident, and all of these people donated thousands of dollars to me because it was a really bad situation. It was a bad car accident. My friend passed away in it, and so everybody just donated money. And I had lost my friend, and I was so depressed. So, and I was already an addict, so I was like, this is what's going to make me happy right now. And that's what I did. I just blew money from the insurance money, from all that stuff. It all went, it was all turned into a little blue pill. And so I had called that guy, and I was like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, $700, no less than that. And I hung up, and then I was like, well, fuck it. And I call him back, and he goes, cool, meet me at the corner of 6th and Los Angeles at this time. And went home, went to the bank. I think I went to the bank, got the money, and then went down there. And when I got down there, what I did was I had like $500 in this pocket right here in my jacket, and then I had $200 in this pocket, and then I had in this pocket, I had just DJ'd at the strip club, so I had probably about $30 in ones. So it was like a big wad in my pants. And I go down there, and there's the guy. He's just standing on the corner, and he's dressed wearing like nice clothes, like nice, I want to call it like urban style, like FUBU, but it was like some shit
He's a good robber.
But his face I was just twisted, man. It was just like, it looked bad. Like he had a couple teeth missing. It was like scarred. And so I walk down there, I meet him, and then he goes, yeah, follow me down here. And then we walk down where there's a big group of people, almost, Craig, like it was a scene from The Wire, from Amsterdam, from fucking New Jack City at the Carter. Like there was a fucking trash can that had fire coming out, and people were warming their hands up, and there's just drug addicts everywhere and just tents and shit.
How much is the homeless population up to now in Los Angeles? 50,000?
It's more than that. I'd say
It's
like
insane.
a couple 100,000.
Hey, Google that, please.
So eventually we're down there, and I'm like, yeah, so what I want. And he goes, all right, hold up for a second. And then he brings some girl over, and she walks up and brings him like 30 Norcos. And I go, here you oxys. I go, that's Norcos, dude. I know that's not it.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, give me a second. He whispers in the girl's ear, and then he walks, and then the girl walks off. And we're out there, and then he just stands around, and he goes, man, I'm always hooking y'all up. Why doesn't anybody hook me up? And somebody walks up with a crack pipe, and then he smokes crack right in front of me. Now, I've already at this point been out there for about 10 to 15 minutes, and he smokes crack in front of me.
That's a red flag right there. Maybe you should have been like, I'm gonna vacate these premises.
I know the normal side of my brain thought that exact same thing, but then my drug addict side went, well, let's see how this plays out. He could still.
I've chased cocaine down in Mexico, following strange men down dark
Exactly,
alleys.
yeah.
And guess what? They sold me coke.
Yeah, exactly. So you knew you never know who could what this could turn out
I
to.
didn't get murdered. I got high.
So eventually another guy walks up and whispers something to him, and then he says something back, and then he goes, all right, man, it's down here. And so we walked down Los Angeles Street,
And eventually, that guy that he had just talked to comes up to him and hands him more Norcos. And I go, dude, those are Norcos, man. Like, I want oxys. I go, you know what, man? I'm going to get out of here. And I start walking, and the dealer guy, like, gets in front of me. He's like, whoa, wait, man. He's like, I promise you, it's coming. And then at that exact moment, the dude that he had just talked to started choking me from behind. And I had like a skull cap on, like a winter hat, and they like pulled that down over my eyes. And I'm swinging and trying to get out of it. And the guy's, as he's choking me, and it's like a serious choke. Like my throat, I remember for a few days was fucked up. He's like, he's really got a hold of me. He's like, you about to die. You about to die. And they get me on the ground, and he's still choking me. And then somebody grabs at my pants and rips my pocket where I had $30. And then I like hit the guy, and then I run off, like a fucking idiot. You know, it's all my fault, but
They didn't get this money though.
They didn't.
It's $30.
Oh, I know.
That's a deal. You got away clean.
But I was so mad. I went to my car, and in my glove box, I have
A gun?
I have a gun,
Fuck yeah. I knew I loved you.
and I walked down to 6.
Is it a Glock 19?
No, it was a what do you call it? A Magnum.
357 Magnum.
Yeah, and
You don't even know what kind of gun you have?
It's just a big one, man.
Come on, Dirty Harry.
And I see the guys down there,
Dirty
and
Harry.
I just killed all of them. And then I just stood there for when the cops showed up, and the cops were like, "Did you kill these guys?" And I was
You
like, "Yep."
liar.
And the guy was like,
They wouldn't let you
"Why?"
into
And I go,
Canada.
"You almost killed me." And they go, "You good?" And just let me go. And that was
And
it.
that's America.
No, the story really ended after I ran off. It was just I ran off, and then
Man, you got me all excited.
you think I would if I killed somebody and then I stood there and just was like, "Did you kill that guy?" Yeah.
Sorry.
And the cops were like, you good? Thanks for doing that, by the way. We've been trying to kill that guy for a while. You shot him. We've just trying to poison their water supply. I mean, you are smart.
What such dark worlds, the drugs. Whew. How many homeless?
It says only 58,000 in LA County, 36,000 inside the city.
Only 58,000.
Well, from what you guys were saying, but it's up
No,
quite
yeah.
a bit. It's up 16%.
It's
from last year.
the highest concentrated fucking. I mean, 36,000 homeless in downtown LA. It's not that big. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they're all just in that, it's 4-block radius. It's like Los Angeles. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's like if you drive down 7th.
San
if you ever
Pedro.
yeah, I was going to say, if you drive down San Pedro and in 7th, I mean, there's that like homeless shelter.
Oh, I know. The
You know,
Mission. Dude,
the Mission.
I fucking had a meeting with these cartoon fools to get some shit cracking. And parking in downtown LA is expensive. And I was like, I'll just park far and free. That's what I always say in my head, far and free. So I just kept driving. And, of course, I found free parking. And where was it? Right by the Mission. And I'm walking. And it's such a eerie, surreal thing because, first of all, the comedic side of my brain, I fucking have a heart and I'm very empathetic, but it's almost comical. You're just like, this is laughable. Like, this guy's trying to sell me aspirin. This, you know what I mean? Like, it's, but
You
then
want to buy some Band-Aids?
Yeah. And you're just like, what? No.
You want to buy some
I'm not
catnip?
believing you are now. Yeah. Here's the, but then on top of that, I just burped. I am empathetic, and it makes you so sad. You're like, fuck. And but the absurdity of it, it's the fucking Wild West. It's the Wild West. It's Mad Max. It's
really
teeth.
is.
It's fucking drugs, alcohol, everything.
And
It's
the
just-
drug business is insane how organized it is. I mean, I remember I met a dealer when I first moved out to LA that stayed at the Cecil Hotel. You know where that is? Cecil's on Main, right
probably
between.
driven by it a
I think it's
million
right
times.
between 7th and 6th. And dude, this guy thought my name was Robbie for fucking years, when I was dealing with him. And
It's probably a good thing.
so I drive down there. So I call the guy, tell him what I want. I buy 100 Vicodin, and I drive down to the corner of, I'd say, Main and 7th, and he would just be waiting. And there's people everywhere because it's not a horrible area during the day. And he would literally be standing on the street corner, and I'd just pull up, and he just we'd do the exchange, and we keep driving. Like people just turned a blind eye to it. And he'd give me 100 Vicodin.
Fucking downtown,
And-
it's rampant.
And it was like it's just there's so many, like whatever dealer you're dealing with, they have guys. That's not the main guy. There's like 4 other guys that have just that this bigger drug dealer is like giving the drugs to, so he holds on to the big amount of drugs.
It's crazy
but he's
how
just-
high up that shit goes.
Yeah.
I always take like my relatives when they come and visit from Mexico. I seriously will take them to Beverly Hills and Skid Row in the same day, and I'm just like, look, there is Rodeo Drive, but then there's you got to
2 miles away,
Skid Row, and their jaws drop always. They're just like, fuck,
Yeah.
because it's fucking zombie land over there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so sad. There absolutely needs to be drastic changes. I have no idea what that entails. But shit ain't working down there.
No.
It's insane.
It's only going to get worse. They're just going to keep pushing them because they're developing.
Okay, if you're
Well,
pushing
Skid
and
Row,
pushing,
dude,
build a fucking like a compound that facilitates and
But-
gives them a home and shower and food and.
they're pushing them further and further. So you know that it used to be like Hollywood was like, if you notice, there's gates on everybody's apartment in the Hollywood area because that used to be horrible.
It still is horrible.
Some
It's not
areas,
as
but
bad.
not as bad, dude. No, because they're now charging $1,400-$1,500 for a studio apartment in Thai Town.
I
You
know,
what
it's
I mean?
crazy.
It's crazy. So, but what they did is they just kept pushing them out, and they pushed them through Silver Lake and through Echo Park, and they got them to downtown LA. And at downtown, during the day is great. Even at night, they have the art walk, they have all this stuff. But if you get past Los Angeles, fuck that. If you get past Maine, because Los Angeles is where it starts bad. Like you said, it's Mad Max, it's Road Warrior. And eventually, all of those apartments are going to start, people are going to want to start moving down there because they can't build. They can only just use what we've already built and freshen that up. And that's what they did to Silver Lake, that's what they did to Echo Park. And now they're going to do it to downtown LA. And they're just going to push them all into the industrial industry and like further out into, Los Angeles County, like, Boyle Heights. Even that's cleaning up. It's just like
Boyle Heights is cleaning up. Remember that shit in the 80s and 90s? It was
No.
just gangland. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Hey, buddy.
out of all the noise, what is it? What gang? The Klingons versus the Tatooines? Boo, 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 boo. Yo, motherfucker! I'ma smoke your ass. Get my gat. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Hold on, charge my phaser.
Pew, 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 pew. Inglewood Family Blood Gang. Pew, 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 pew.
Hold up, motherfucker! I'm about to decellularize your ass.
Gang bang. The game is the game.
We're talking about gang shit. You go gang bang.
The game is the game. I never gang bang in my life.
So wait, when is this one coming out?
The 24th.
You excited about today? You got a big thing to announce.
Yeah, JFL. I'm going to Canada, baby.
Congratulations.
I'm in Canada. When this comes out, I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada, mama. I'm in Canada. They speak French.
Yeah, they do. Do it to say that to them. What is it? You speak. Yeah, but hold on. Do you want to see my gun? I got a denebulizer. Can I have that? Can I?
JFL. I'm going to JFL. Fresh faces.
It's
And you
new
have one?
faces, but
It is
yeah, it's new faces.
new faces.
You're gonna have
I got
such-
new faces.
You're gonna have such a good time.
Rawr, rawr, rawr. Thanks.
Did you
buddy.
know you were getting it?
No, I found out a little bit ago. I didn't know.
When did you find out? Because I found out I got it July 8th. No, June 8th. I found out the year I got it, and I heard like they're not like how long ago? Like a week?
I don't pay attention. But yeah, like a week ago, I think, something like that.
If you knew it was a week ago, that means you pay attention.
I gotta look it up. It might have been 3 weeks ago.
So at this point, right now, when this is out, we're going to be hanging out in Canada together, getting poutine.
Canada. Poutine. I love poutine.
Cañada. That's how they say it in Mexico. Oh, you mean cañada?
Cañada.
Cañada.
Tú vives en Cañada.
¿De dónde es cañada?
Cañada. I la cañada. It all makes sense.
Yo quiero
Taco Bell.
cañada.
¿Dónde está el mujeres de Cañada?
What does that mean?
Where are the women of Canada?
Ooh.
I probably said
Are you
that.
single right now?
Yeah.
I thought you had a girlfriend.
We broke up. I already told you this.
No, you didn't. I want to ask that question if you would have told me.
Yeah. Yeah, we did outside the comedy store.
Did we?
Yeah.
Sorry, I do a lot of drugs. My brain doesn't work as well as it used to. Here, you do an impersonation of me. I'll do an impersonation of you.
Hey, welcome to the strip club. This is Josh Adam Meyers. I'm a heroin addict.
That was really mean.
I'm from you.
Hey, it's me, Craig. I got a cat, and I got a plant, and I got a crystals, and I got a Tupac book.
Hey, that's a pretty accurate impersonation.
It's you're
We both have Muppet voices.
We did definitely.
But this is the Muppet podcast.
You did I guess you did that Eric Meyers cartoon, and you had a really good voice in that.
Yeah, that
It's
was
just, you have
fun.
a good voice. Like, do you have a voiceover
Order.
agent?
No.
You should get one.
Yeah, no shit, man.
I mean, it's on you, bro.
I don't know who to talk to. I just talk into a microphone and make people laugh, hoping someday somebody will take notice and pick me up.
They did.
No.
Yeah, they did.
JFL?
JFL.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, JFL. Fresh faces.
New faces.
New faces.
I'm a fresh new face. I'm a new fresh face.
Yeah. So thank God. But yeah, I'll get a voiceover agent.
You get everything. You'll be fine.
I talk like this. Hey, ladies, you ever have a Muppet roll boil on your ass? You haven't lived.
You ever been? Did you say you ever been? You ever been raw dogged by a Muppet?
Who says raw dog? It's barebacked. What are you, an animal?
What are you? You fucking buttholes?
What?
Only gay guys use
Bareback.
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 Nobody says bareback.
Everybody says bareback.
Yeah, in the gay community.
Bareback.
Everybody in the gay community says bareback.
Bareback. Oh,
It's
nobody.
straight. It's raw dog.
Raw dog is disgusting. I bareback. I bareback. Bareback.
You're fucking hilarious.
Hello, fresh faces. I think this is getting. Have we hit an hour?
Just about.
Oh, we gotta go more.
We gotta go more.
You're a tough guest.
I'm tough.
No, you're great. I'm fucking around.
Chris has drank 5 cups of coffee since I've been sitting there just sucking them down.
Sucking them down.
Me through.
Yeah, he literally brought 2 tall boys of coffee.
Good for
I
you.
have cold brew concentrate.
Yeah, I know. I do. What I do is I make my coffee at night, and then I put the coffee
in the
pot
fridge.
in the fridge, and it was great. You know what's funny is I made really strong coffee last night, and I was so excited to drink it this morning. And usually what I do is I drink a little bit, and then I put it in like my to-go cup, and then I go to the dog park by about 8. And one of my dog park
You
buddies,
get up early.
I get up at like 7 every day. Even I just can't sleep in, man. But I go to bed early too. Like I went to bed at like 10:45 last night. I finished
wish.
my show. I ate Chinese food, and then I just went home and put
I
on.
had Chinese food last night.
From where?
101 Kitchen, Beverly and La Brea.
I had mine from Genghis Khan.
That's a good place too.
I did a fun show last night, and then I had some Chinese with some buddies, and then just went home and just like literally, I'm at the age where I sit on the couch and I fall asleep. Like it's within 15 minutes.
How old are you?
39.
That's good.
No, it's not old, but it's, you know what it is? It's like I actually enjoy it more to wake up early and go to bed early. Like I'm getting a full 8 hours of sleep. And since I started
better
doing that,
life.
I
It's
have
a better
felt,
life.
You feel incredible. I don't wake up groggy and like depressed because I don't feel up to the task of having the day. So it's like,
No, that's a better life because I recently switched to the comics life, or not. You're a comic, but you know what I mean. Like staying up till 3 and waking up at 10 or 11,
Yeah.
and it fucks you up. You
Really
think
bad.
that's the dream, but you're fucking constantly discombobulated. I thought the dream would be to wake up whenever I want, and now that I have that, I feel like a loser. You wake up at 11 a.m. You're just, and you finally leave the house at noon or 1, and you're like, most people are almost done with their day. You know,
by 1 p.m. Yeah, I know. But that's the thing. It's like if you wake up early, and it's not that hard, man. Like you don't have to be out till 3 in the morning. You don't have to close the comedy
I did it my
club.
entire life until fucking what was it, 9 months ago?
I guess it's because it's like you feel like you're gonna miss something if you leave and you want to hang out with your. Or are you just here till 3?
No, I hang out. I always hang out late. But then I come home late, and then I always like, you know, eat some ice cream, watch The Wire or whatever show I'm watching. It's so good, Wire. And then and then it's like 3. I'm like, God damn it, I did it again. Every night. It's like, fuck. It's like now I'm gonna sleep in. Or I wake up early and then I'm just so fucking zombied.
Yeah,
tired.
I think the dog is what really put it into motion because the dog had to wake up early because when she was a puppy, if I didn't wake up, you know, she'd pee or poop on the floor in her crate. So the dog just put me in this routine, and then it just became, well, I started seeing everything in my life improve. Like everything, my writing, my work ethic, just it all got better. And then, you know, now I like going to bed early. Like
Well,
when I go
we're
to
so-
JFL, I'll be up until 5 in the morning, but I'll sleep until, you know, 11, and which is when most comics are like getting up. Like you'll see, you'll be right in your atmosphere in JFL.
Okay. I'm so excited. I've never been to Canada. I'm gonna be in Canada, Mama.
Do you have anything on
I'm
your
going to Canada.
Do you have anything on your record?
Yeah.
What?
Just a firecracker incident.
I think you should be fine.
Yeah.
Do you have DUIs?
No. I don't want to think about it. It scares me too.
You'll be
when,
fine.
When you were talking about it, I was
You started
like,
freaking out. You started having a little PA, a little panic attack.
record. Canada?
I know it's so.
I'm a changed man as a decade ago. Still on my record though.
I know. Well, you know they didn't let Patrice O'Neal in.
I mean, come on, man. I don't want to talk about that.
You know,
I'll get in.
you'll get in.
Or I won't.
You'll video stream
And
your
that's
your
life.
set from New Fresh Faces.
Yeah.
Here, just play this. play this Instagram story. It's all in order.
Play this audio recording, no video.
I thought. Remember, when I did New Faces, I remember I thought I wasn't going to get in. I did, but I also thought, how cool would that be because they think I'm going to be there. They printed out all the flyers. They made the announcement, all of that shit. But like, I couldn't get in for something I did. Like maybe that'll look cool.
No, I'm not.
I'm too bad for your country.
I'm not. I don't.
Oh, he's a bad man.
I will be devastated.
Craig,
I will not.
you'll be fine.
I'll get in. I'm getting. Pray to the gods and don't talk about it.
Do you meditate with your crystals?
No, I should though.
You should, man. You got some good. This motherfucker got a dope crystal collection.
I love that shit.
Yeah, dude.
And some of them naysayers, haters, negative Nancy's, they don't get crystals. I don't really understand the names and the meaning because you know how they all do different shit. This one's for addiction. This one's for healing. I do love that aspect of it. I don't really follow it. What I am fascinated about them so fucking much, is because they were dirt pressurized over millions of years that metamorphed and changed into a fat fucking crystal sphere.
dope.
You know? Hang on, I'll go get one. Come on, Mr. Cord. Fucking guy Wipe the headphone. I should have took off the headphone. Look at this shit. Come on, baby. It's fucking sphere. This was dirt, and it evolved into that, and that's dope.
What if I just went, "Ka!" just stuck this in your heart? I'll go, "Podcast's over."
It'd be a good ending. It'd be a good ending. It'd be a good ending. And some of them have like fucking rainbow. Some of them are purple, blue.
This is
they
a good-
shimmer in the light, you know? They glow in the dark. You're like, come on. It's a pretty fucking rock, dude.
This would be a
I
good.
fucking love rocks.
This would be a good meditation crystal.
I need to
it's like
meditate.
you can like hold on to, you can really grip it.
I've tried to meditate like twice, and I just fall asleep.
You guys sit up. Like you should do it on this couch. Just sit like this. Just fucking
Lay down.
Grab two crystals. Actually, you got fucking.
I got them everywhere, bro.
You got them everywhere. This is what you do.
There's a little like shit pebble in there. That's a meteorite.
And just sit there like this.
I just love rocks.
Crystals.
Crystals, rocks, minerals, gems, geoids, all the same shit. Look at that. It's fucking dope, dude.
It is dope.
Fucking.
That's my joke.
You need a heal.
Stabbing.
That's every. No.
That's how I close podcasts.
You stab it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that pretty, fucking pretty bird. Pretty. Yeah. Ah, I'm out of LaCroix. All right, catnip. I guess that's it. You already got a poop. I was gonna say we have a poop segment, the Poop Chronicles, Tales from the Shits. Thanks, Hunter Holt. But you already got the shit squeezed out of you by a big guy when you were on withdrawals, and we talked about farts for about 40 minutes. So I'm thinking we hit the poop topic. You got any inspirational words you want to tell these fucking kids not to do drugs?
Yeah, you can be anything you want. Just apply yourself and just don't take no for an answer. Just keep working, keep pushing. You'll be good.
And if you fail at that, get a job at Trader Joe's.
It's a good place to
They
work.
got benefits
They got benefits.
and dental.
dental.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. And if you're kicking opioids, don't hug anybody. They might squeeze the shit out of you. That is a real thing. If you're going through that, you understand.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Don't do pills. Whew. And yeah, I think that's it. Community Service Podcast. This is Josh Adam Meyers. Check out his podcast, The 500, relaunching on Spotify.
By this point, August. Hold on.
July 20.
July 31st is our first episode with Spotify.
Yeah, exclusively Spotify. You'll see billboards. You'll see it. He's got the stamp, the Spotify stamp.
Go through Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums with me and your favorite comedians, actors, and musicians.
Yes. And
That's a quick pitch. I've said it many, many times. I've got it down.
That's a good pitch. Yeah. That's a good
What's your
pitch.
pitch? All right, so here's the pitch.
You know, I just fucking find my shit, man.
Wait, Craig, you gonna tell me anything? Hold on, I'm not done with the pitch.
Yeah, you're not
No,
wrong.
I'm done with it.
Yeah, just look it up. Find me.
All right, here's the pitch for the podcast.
I got a cat. Hey, Mr. Cat, come here, baby. All right, that's it. Josh Adam Meyers, very funny.
Thank you, brother.
Mr. Cat, fucking thank you for tuning in. Patreon supporters, podcasters.
Shh, let's hear the cat.
He's got a big old booger. He's got snot problems. I need to give him colloidal silver. This podcast sponsored by Rocks. Como se dice? Rock. Rock. Okay, that's it. I love you all. Thank you for listening, subscribing, rating, reviewing, Patreon. Bye-bye.
Cat have asthma?
Yeah.